Everyone, let me know, guys, if you guys can hear me. Audio is good. Let me know if it's good or not. Today, as you can see, we have a setup here. We're going to do banana bread. We're also doing a skillet cookie. So, hello to everyone once again. Hello, Cynthia Wesley, John and Jean, Jeanette. A skillet cookie. So, hello to everyone. Sorry about that. Anyway, guys, Honey Badger, hello. Rick, thank you guys for joining today. Also, we did hit the 2,000 subscriber mark. So for that, I have a surprise for you guys today. So make sure you stick around towards the, I want to say towards the end of the video, we'll talk about what I have planned. And as a thank you as well, I want to say, I'm glad and I'm very happy that we are at the 2,000 subscriber mark. As always, I appreciate everybody who tunes in every Thursday at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I know it's a little bit late for those of you that are in the East Coast. But once again, thank you guys. Hello, everybody. And let's get going with, as you can see, I have all my setup here. Let's get started. All right, guys. So, actually, let me get my apron. Hopefully everybody had a great week. Once again, thank you everyone for showing up every Thursday. We are here every Thursday doing a live. And I try to be as consistent as possible. Sometimes life happens and, sometimes the lives are canceled. But if that's the case, I will always let you guys know. All right, guys. So, as I said earlier, today we are doing a banana bread recipe. Also, we're doing a skillet cookie recipe. So, stick around, guys. Okay. All right, guys. So we have 2 cups of all-purpose flour here, and then I added 1 teaspoon of baking soda. Yes, baking soda. Yes, that's what it calls for. I'm making sure. Let me grab a whisk. Alright guys, so we're going to whisk this up right now. That's all I have in this one here. It's just flour and baking soda. And we're just going to set this aside. I'm doing 2 banana bread loaves. And I'm going to be using the Lodge bread loaf pan. I'll show you guys in a minute. I think it should be in the thumbnail to the video. But I'll be using these guys today. The, what are they? Lodge USA Bakeware 8LP. I have no idea what it is, but that's the number under the underside. I want to say bread loaf pan. But anyway, I'll be using those today. Also, I'll be using for the skillet cookie, I'll be using a skillet. So we're just going to incorporate this. All it is right now is 2 cups of flour, which if you guys are going to weigh it in, which I do recommend, it is 240 grams of all-purpose flour and 1 teaspoon of baking soda. And that's what we have right now. And I do have my recipe here that I'm following because I always tend to forget all these things. So I always like printing those out ahead of time. Anyway, the next ingredients we're going to need are going to be, we're going to need melted butter, sugar, sour cream. And the sour cream is to give the banana bread some moisture in it so it's not completely dry. And I do recommend that you do sour cream, or you can do, what's the other one? Yogurt. You can do yogurt or sour cream. We're going to need eggs, bananas, and bananas, as you can see, these are mine. They're falling apart. So we're going to be doing that. We're going to use 3 bananas at least per loaf. and vanilla extract. So anyway, we got the flour already mixed up, so I'm gonna grab my other bowl and get the other ingredients going. We don't need this anymore. So we're gonna need, all right, so we're gonna need the melted butter. So let's put that in here. So I already melted my butter. I let it cool a while ago. So I prepped this in advance, and I did 1 stick of butter. Just melt it, let it cool before you place it in there. You don't want to cook the eggs because you're going to be mixing it in here right now. I know we're kind of getting things rolling really quickly. I haven't really looked at the chat, but let me just read real quick, guys, what you guys are talking about. So Cynthia, Wesley, hello, Rick, Jan, Papa Dan, thank you, Fisherman, Hippie Longshanks, Honey Badger, I think I've already mentioned, Jackie Mills, who else do we have here? John Ajeen, thank you for showing up, Eric T, Michael Markey, hello everybody. So for those of you that are here, thank you for showing up. As I mentioned earlier, we do this every Thursday, so I do appreciate everybody tuning in. Anyway, so bananas, as you can see, pretty ripe. So we're just gonna toss these in here with the melted butter. So that's 1 there. We're gonna do at least 3. You can actually get away with 2. 2 bananas is okay. You can get away with 2, but I prefer 3 bananas. So that's what we're doing. And as I mentioned, make sure they're ripe. If you don't have any ripe bananas, I think you can still, I've seen some YouTubers, some pretty much popular YouTube channels around here that have done banana bread with non-ripe bananas, but I think they stick them in the oven to let them kind of brown up. So they kind of tender or make them tender, or just soften up the banana if they're not ripe. But anyway, let me grab a napkin. All right, so we got our bananas in here. Next thing we're gonna put in is, how much sugar do we need? We need a half a cup of brown sugar, and we also need how much, let's see, how much of sugar? So half a cup of white sugar and half a cup of brown sugar, I think, if I recall correctly. Seems like a lot of sugar to me. I think I'm going to do a 1/4 cup of, let's see, I think I might do a 1/4 cup of, yeah, so I'm going to do, instead of because that's a lot of sugar. What I'm going to do is do a 1/4 cup of brown sugar and a 1/4 cup of white sugar. Because the bananas are already pretty sweet since they're ripe, and I don't want to have this just be extremely sweet. So we got granulated sugar here. We're going to do a 1/4 cup, I'm sorry. Quarter cup there. Cover this up. Don't want to spill that. Next, brown sugar, which I ran out, and I have to put this in my containers. And you can do light brown sugar or you can do dark brown sugar. It's up to you, whatever you can find, because sometimes nowadays it's hard to find ingredients, guys. And I know there's some places in the country that have a shortage of eggs, so there's a lot of memes going around about eggs and all that stuff. But anyway, who donated? Hippie Longshanks, thank you for the donation. Who else wants to zoom in on the shopping list on that side of the fridge? My phone won't do it. That's actually not a shopping list. That's actually a school project that my son is supposed to be doing right now. He hasn't done it. He needs to turn it in by the end of the week. sorry for this. I should have opened this prior to me doing the live. Probably would have made this a little bit quicker, but we're going to need a 1/4 cup of brown sugar. There we go. All right. Next we have, we're going to need 2 eggs. So let me grab the eggs. And they don't have to be room temperature, but it is okay if you do room temperature eggs. Let me just grab a paper plate here that I have to place the eggshells on. Not the best way to crack open an egg, but I want to say I didn't get any eggshells. You usually can do this one-handed, but these are like super fragile eggshells. Still, I love this company, the Happy Egg Co. or the Happy Egg Company. You guys have seen them, they're pretty awesome. They got great eggs. So 2 eggs. Next we need some sour cream. It says here we need about, what is this? How much sour cream? A 1/3 cup. Where is my, here it is. Here's a 1/3 cup. All right. As I mentioned earlier too, guys, if you guys don't want to do sour cream, you can do yogurt. So I do recommend that as well. And I wouldn't skip the yogurt or the sour cream. I would recommend that you do it. Believe me, your bread will come out a lot better than you might think. So anyway, there's that. Next we need some vanilla. We got the sugar, sour cream, eggs, bananas, vanilla extract. And I think that'll be it. So let me grab some vanilla. And I'm just going to eyeball this, about a teaspoon of vanilla. I think that's good enough for me. Now, usually I use just the spatula, but since we have the bananas, we're going to actually need a pastry cutter. Sorry about that, guys. So pastry cutter, or I don't know what they call these, but I want to say it's a pastry cutter. Anyway, we're going to mash the bananas, get this incorporated in there as fast as you can. There we go. Looking pretty good. Now, if you don't want to, you can use a fork to do this. I wouldn't necessarily like give it, you know, like a rough, like don't be too rough otherwise, because my wife prefers, and you might as well, you might prefer the big chunks of banana, or not necessarily big chunks, but just chunks of banana in your banana bread. But if you don't necessarily like the, you know, the texture that way, then you can just blend it a lot more. But for me, that's good enough. And then just incorporate everything as well as you can. And that's why we have the spatula here. So yes, earlier this week I did hit 2,000 subscribers, so I appreciate everybody and everyone that has subscribed to the channel. It's very helpful for me as well, because it helps me kind of get out there and broaden the my appearance on YouTube. So I do appreciate everybody who has supported the channel. So with that said, as I've mentioned before, I do like to do some giveaways. So that's what the surprise is going to be for tonight. We're going to do some giveaways. And as a thank you for the 2,000 subscriber mark that we hit. Alright guys, so just so you guys can see what it looks like, here we go. That's the texture that I like. But it depends on you guys. Whatever texture you guys like, this is what I like. I don't know if you guys can see it that well, but anyway, let's keep going. I forgot to mention you want to do a pinch of salt, which I totally forgot. Mix it in really well. Alright, then we're gonna pour the wet into the dry. Alright. Pretty easy recipe, guys. And it turns out really, really moist and not dry at all. And it's one of my favorite recipes to do, especially because we don't tend to, sometimes we will go through the bananas, sometimes we won't. Just depends on the kids as well. Sometimes the kids want bananas, like they want to eat like 2 bananas in one sitting, and sometimes they don't even want to touch a banana. So it just depends. But I want to say maybe every other week we got some leftover bananas. So I do this recipe very frequently, especially during the winter time. Now in this banana bread, I'm going to add some walnuts. So if you want, you can add walnuts or almonds, chocolate chip, whatever you like. But with this one, we're going to add walnuts just to this one. Never mind, guys, I can't find my walnuts, so we're going to do a little bit of almonds. And you guys don't have to do any of this stuff. You guys don't have to add the almonds or anything of that nature. You can just do a banana bread. But I like a little bit of crunch. And then just incorporate as well as you can. And then we're going to move on with the other one, which I'm going to actually add chocolate chip to the other one. So there we go with that one. Now spatula to get the rest of it. Not trying to ignore you guys, just trying to get this first one done. That way we can start baking, and then I can sit and chat with you guys a bit, and we'll do the giveaway. Now I got a quick question for you guys. For the giveaway, would you guys like to do what we did last time, where I pick a number, or we'll do a random generator for a number, like 1 to 200, and then you guys pick a number. Whoever's closest to that number wins. You guys want to do that, or should we do it another way? Let me know in the comments below, or in the chat, I should say. Okay guys, so that's the first batch. Let's move on to the second batch. Actually, we're going to need to do this one once again. My sister's in the chat, and I think, yeah, my wife ended up going to she's with my sister. Yeah, and they're watching the live. My sister's in the chat. Hello, Cooking with Bobby Joe. Thank you for showing up and being in the chat here. All right, guys, we'll talk a little bit about the about cast iron and the giveaway itself. So bear with me. Anyway, let's keep going. All right, sorry about that, guys. Feel like I'm distracted now. All right, so we need 3 bananas. These are just falling apart. These are very ripe. I'm glad that I decided to do this today because I don't think these would have lasted another day, to be honest. So there's one banana. And as I said earlier, guys, if you guys want a recipe, let me know. Or you can just recap on this, the live down the road if you guys are interested. As I said, this is probably one of the best ones that I've done. Some other ones, I did one from All Recipes website. That one was okay. New York Times recipe was okay as well. But this one from, this recipe, guys, is from the Southern Lady Cooks. So shout outs to her. She has a great recipe. And it's honestly the best one that I've found so far. So there we go, 3 bananas. Where's my napkin? Lost that one. Here's the butter once again. Don't forget that, very important. Let me grab another one. Running out of space here. All right. All right, guys, there we go with that. So we got butter, bananas. We're going to do a 1/4 cup of sugar. And a 1/4 cup of brown sugar. Oh, real quick, guys, actually, oh, I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying to be as loud as I can. I don't have my mic, so let me know. Sorry, guys. I should be a little bit louder. I'm sorry. Papa Dan says, have you ever put chocolate chips in banana bread instead of walnuts? Youngest grandson loves chocolate bread. Bread isn't that bad, but it's an acquired taste. Yes. I did mention that I do chocolate chip, so I'll do chocolate chip in this one because this one's technically for us, and then that one I'm going to share. The one with the almonds, I'm going to share that one. But this one here is going to be for my family and I. Anyway, yes, chocolate chips is good, especially in banana bread. Okay. Next, we need some sour cream once again. And that is a 1/3 cup of sour cream. Not much left there. All right, there we go. Probably should have gotten another plate to do that. But anyway, next, what do we have? Some vanilla. We're going to eyeball it once again. About a teaspoon of vanilla. And on this one, we're going to do chocolate chip. So I like the semi-sweet chocolate chip. And honestly, guys, you don't need anything fancy. Just, whatever you have that's semi-sweet, that's good enough. I usually do about a handful, or 2 handfuls, I'm sorry, of chocolate chip. Don't necessarily measure that out. Alright, so what am I missing? I got butter, sugar, sour cream. Oh, I need eggs. And that should be it. So, 2 eggs. Once again, sorry guys, I'm trying to be as loud as I can. I know that some of you might have a hard time hearing me. And once again, sorry for that. Usually I got breaking the eggshell with one hand down, but not today. You know what, guys? I should have added the banana later, or I'm sorry, the chocolate chip later, because I feel like I'm gonna be mashing it right now with the pipe or whatever this is called. I'm having a brain fart. I forget what these are called. Pie cutter, I think. I think they are pastry cutter. I think that's what they call it, pastry cutter. But anyway, guys, that's good enough for me. So mix it up a little bit better before we transfer it over to our flour. All right, that's that. Let's grab the flour, and I need to add a little bit of salt to this once again. Trying my best to not cross-contaminate anything here. So I'm going to probably do a teaspoon here, or probably less, so just kind of eyeball it, of salt. I don't want to cross-contaminate my stuff, so. A little unorganized here, guys. All right. Stir this around a bit without making a mess would be preferable. And we're going to transfer the wet to the dry. I also got some news for you guys, but anyway, I lost my train of thought earlier. What I was going to say is that since I have some older videos of cast iron reviews of like Finex, or some people like to call it Finex, Smithy or Smitty. I don't even know how. Sometimes I mispronounce it, I suppose. But what I'm going to is that I have this brand here that, let me show you guys what I'm talking about. This is just something I want to mention real quick. So anyway, I have this brand here, which is a city and a state. As you can see, the city and state here, guys. So in my mind, and I'm from the, I'm from the west side, west coast of the country, I say Lancaster, Pennsylvania, which there was somebody that left me a comment saying, hey, someone's going to get upset. Someone's going to message you. This company is going to let you know that you're mispronouncing it. So I didn't take offense to it, but I did look it up to see the pronunciation. So the way they pronounce it is, and obviously it has to be the correct way that they're pronouncing it, because it is, the city that they live in is, instead of saying Lancaster, it's Lancaster. Lancaster. So you say Lancaster. Lancaster, Pennsylvania. So if you guys are from the East Coast, sorry if I'm butchering all these names. I feel like I just I don't have that knowledge to know, but it's like, and I replied to this person, and I wasn't trying to be rude or anything like that, but I replied to him and I said, listen, a lot of people from the East Coast, or anybody that's pretty much not from Nevada, we pronounce, if you live in this state, you pronounce Nevada, Nevada. And I know a lot of people from the East Coast, Midwest, and anywhere else, they say Nevada, Nevada. I'll be honest, we tend to get upset. We obviously pronounce it Nevada. But anyway, that's a whole discussion. That's not nor here nor there. But the only thing I was just saying is that, yeah, I was mispronouncing this. So if they get to see this video, hopefully, I'll probably make a video about it. But anyway, just wanted to let you guys know a little tidbit there that I found it interesting. So it's Lancaster, Pennsylvania. There we go. Anyway, now that we got that out of the way, let's keep going. Looking at the chat here, guys. And like I said, I wasn't upset or anything like that. No, it's just the way they pronounce it. They say Lancaster. So, like I said, I've been saying it. I've been for almost 2 years now, or maybe about 2 years now. I've been saying it Lancaster. And somebody mentioned, no, that's not the right way to say it. So it's the same thing with like Wapak. They say Wapek, or Wapak. I still don't even know how to pronounce it. And I know it's a city, Wapak, Oneida. I think that's how the full name of the city. And I forget what state it's in, but yeah, it's this whole, cast iron and the names. Sometimes they're hard to pronounce, guys. I'll be honest. I have a hard time. And I wouldn't necessarily say that English is my second language. I'm pretty much here. I've been here my entire life. I know I'm pretty fluent in Spanish. Not to be, I guess, not to toot my own horn, but yes, I'm pretty fluent, which I'm grateful for. In Spanish, English. I know a little bit of French, but not a lot. I took middle school and high school. I took French. I was pretty good at it because it was very similar to Spanish, but like I said, kind of forgot all that stuff. So not as fluent in French at all. I still remember a couple things, but anyway, that's just like I said, a little tidbit that I wanted to share with you guys. Who is this? Hippie Longshanks is asking me a question. He's saying, how did you get the Lancaster 10? A day or two still said shipping soon. I assume you ordered one and it hasn't shipped out to you. I think they might be a little delayed right now, especially with all the storms that are going on. And obviously, New Year's and all that stuff. So they might be low on inventory, or something might be going on, but they're usually pretty quick about it. And I've never had any issues with them, so they're actually a great company, and I do like them a lot. So they always send me lovely letters too as well. And I usually have them here on my refrigerator, but I took them down to keep, so I put them in a box, and I have them in a box right now in my garage. But I kept all that stuff because I figured it was a nice gesture of them to send me a handwritten letter. And they did say, we appreciate the videos that you've done on YouTube. So, as I mentioned, Lancaster, I'm having a hard time saying it now. They've been actually really great, and I've had no issues. So hopefully, you get it as soon as possible. But let us know if you have any problems. I guess I can message them for you if you would like. Let's see. Papa Dan says, Lewis, you can tell locals from visitors when they try to say, oh goodness, Washita River? I don't even know if I'm pronouncing that right. Oh, how do you pronounce that? It's Ouachita River in North Louisiana. Oh, you got me there. I'm sure I butchered it. Alright guys, I've been blabbering on. Let me get these in the oven, which I totally forgot to preheat. So we're going to preheat this at, what is the temperature that it's asking for? 350. We're going to let it go for 65 minutes. 60 to 70 minutes. I think I might just, well, we'll see. I might just do the banana breads for today, but I'll still do my skillet cookie, just might not do it for the live. I'll probably post that video, but anyway, let me preheat my oven. Okay guys, so now all I gotta do is actually transfer this into the pans. So bear with me guys, I'm almost there. We're gonna place those into the pan, and you will see. Alright guys, once again, as I mentioned, these are the pans that I'm going to be using, and obviously they are from Lodge. I love these things, they're great. You can use any of them, any loaf pan. Heck, you can probably even use just a skillet if you like. But with this recipe, I wouldn't recommend anything bigger than a 10-inch. I think 10 inch is probably a little too big. I would say a 8-inch is good enough. But anyway, these are awesome, and we're going to be using these, so we're going to grease them up. I'm going to use a spray right now, and we'll get going. Usually I don't do this. Usually I do it over there by my sink. But, well, I want to show you guys how I prep it, so that way you guys kind of get an idea of how I do it. Alrighty. Those are prepped. And it technically is a little bit easier if you do prefer, or if you do use a spray, a baking spray that has flour in it. It'll help release a lot better. Or you can do butter. Butter's more than fine. Alright guys, so we have chocolate chip in this one here. We're just going to pour it. Nothing special, just place it in there and get it going. You know what, guys? I totally forgot, but I'm gonna have to go to my oven right now, and I have some cast iron in there that I keep. Usually it's like a pizza pan and a cookie sheet pan, and I forgot to take it out, so I'm one of those that stores stuff in their oven. I used to store a lot more, but thank goodness I try to manage my cast iron as best as I can, but sometimes it's hard to do, especially when you're addicted to cast irons. Alright guys, so as you can see, chocolate chip, just shake it around a little bit to get some of that air bubbles out. Next we're going to go with the almond one, which is starting to dry out a bit. Just pour it in there, guys. Some people like to do like a batter, like a swirl for the batter, like cinnamon and things like that. So they would do like half of the batter and then spray some or place some like a cinnamon swirl, like sugar, and then mix it up to almost make like a streusel. But since I'm kind of in a time crunch, I'm not doing that today. Because there's some things that I want to talk to you guys about. So I'm trying to finish this up as fast as I can. Alright. Now that I've made a mess, alright. Good enough for me. And as I said, just shake them up a little bit. So what I actually thinking about doing right now is actually doing a little bit of cinnamon sugar on the almond banana bread. And typically you guys can go and, or you guys can make your own cinnamon sugar, or you can just buy it. You can buy some cinnamon sugar already, mixed up. You can go that route or make your own, but we're going to add a little bit to the almond or actually just the almond. We're not going to do the chocolate. Might be too sweet. And I think that's good enough here. All right. So here we go with the almond and the chocolate chip. So we're going to place this in the oven. I don't think it has rung yet, so we'll wait until it rings. I got to clean up in a minute. I'm a very particular person. I don't like to have a mess, so it's kind of bothering me right now. But anyway, guys, so yeah, I think I'll do this skillet cookie in a short video, and I'll show you guys how I do the skillet cookie for you guys. But let me read some comments with you from you guys. Let's see. Cynthia Wesley says, looking good. Let's see, what are you guys talking about? I wish, Honey Badger says, I wish Lodge made trivets for their loaf pans. Yeah, actually, that would be a good idea. Oh shoot, that's right. I'm over here. I forgot the cast iron in there. Let me actually take that out real quick, guys. I'm just gonna put it here. I was reading a comment and it reminded me that I had my cast iron in there, guys. So let me move you guys so you guys can see the chocolate chip. And sorry about that. Hopefully not trying to make anybody nauseous here. Anyway, we'll read some comments. Let's see. I want to read the chat. Let's see what you guys are talking about. All right. Now that I moved some of that stuff out of the way, let's see. Rick, never seen a Camp Chef pan. Looks, oh, Popeye Dan, you know what? Camp Chef has actually a loaf pan that has the almost like vintage style handles. And they look really cool. I was actually thinking about buying one. So I do know what Rick is talking about. But I think they're about $30. I think they might be a little bit more expensive than the Lodge. And the Camp Chef versions are not made here in the US. I think they are made in China. So that's just something to think about for those of you that are interested in USA made cast iron. Michael Markey says it, well, what is it? Worcestershire? Worcester, the W sauce. As Kent Rollins says it now, the W sauce. There was a TikTok earlier that was wash your sister sauce, which was a little bit kind of, that meme came from, I think, the Midwest. So a lot of people were making fun of that wash your sister sauce meme that was going around. Michael Markey says, does the batter go in a cold pan? Yes. If you're doing cornbread, though, for cornbread, you want a heated pan. So what usually people do is they'll put a skillet on the stovetop, heat it up, and add the, usually they like adding, whether it's bacon, bacon fat, or lard, or you can use whatever you prefer, but, you know, technically, if you're going to make cornbread, you're going to make it with lard or bacon fat. And you're going to heat it up, place it on the stovetop, or just have it, you know, nice and hot. And then place the batter in there. And it needs to sizzle in order for you to get that great crust for that cornbread. And believe me, it does make a difference. So yes, for cornbread, you want the pan nice and hot. Honey Badger says Wapak, or Wapak, well, this is the way I pronounce it, Wapak. It's pronounced Wapoke? Wapoke? It's Waughpok. Wapak? I mean, Griswold, I highly doubt that I'm mispronouncing Griswold. But same thing with Smithy. So I was corrected about the pronunciation of Smithy cast iron cookware, which is from South Carolina, and they say Smithy. So they add the like the th, they add the Smithy, and a lot of people were complaining that I was saying Smitty, like Smitty, but I'm saying Smithy, like the, like Thee, Smithy. I don't know. All I'm just saying is that, yeah, it's hard to pronounce, especially, you know, the country, it has its, I want to say sometimes it has you know, dialects of its own. I know the Midwest has one, East Coast has their own accent. The West Coast, I mean, if you're gonna go with the Valley Girl accent, there's, you know, you guys can probably say that that's what the West Coast sounds like, but technically it's like, you know, the way I speak. I guess you could say there's no accent. I mean, you can't really tell where, you know, I guess you could tell I'm from the West Coast because no accent, obviously. Um, you know, like Boston, New York, they have their accents. Same thing with New Jersey. But anyway, that's a whole different thing. Let me place these in the oven. We're gonna place these on a on the middle of the oven. So I've already moved it. So we're gonna place those in there. Let them go for 65 to 70 minutes. So that's what they look like, and then we're gonna place them in there. All right, guys. So what I want to show you guys for the giveaway. What am I doing for the giveaway? Let me get it set up so that way you guys can see. I gotta move some of these things. I have to wash all this stuff later. Just trying to clear up. I'm just trying to clear up my table so that way I can show you guys what we got going on. All right, guys. Okay, guys, so for the 2,000 subscribers, that milestone that we finally reached, I want to say thank you to everybody. Thank you to everybody who has, supported the channel from, from day one. Or if you're new to the channel, I do appreciate everybody who has subscribed. So with that being said, I wanted to do a giveaway, and this is one of two that we're going to be doing. So this one's the first one that we're gonna do. Now, now that I have, now that I'm paying attention to the chat, what I'd like to know is what style or what manner would you guys want to do the giveaway with? Should we do just the random number generator, which I want to say is probably the fastest. So if you guys are okay, or if you guys are on board with that, we'll do the number generator. And whoever is the closest to that number, then you will be the winner for this piece here, which is a brand new Lodge. It's a dual handle 8-inch pan. Great for a single serving of anything. Honestly, you can make a lot of things in this, which is great for single serving if you're just one person, or if you want to make breakfast for yourself. I think this is more than great. Also side dishes. So as you can see here, this is the lid. Pretty nice lid. Does have the basting, I don't even know what to call these, but it has, these little knobs here for basting, along with the dual handle pan here. As you can see, 8-inch. It says here that you can use it for scrambled eggs or breakfast, bake a cornbread, cook a side dish, try new things, uncover new ideas. So yes, I think this thing is great. I have two of these, and I love them. So actually, no, I actually take that back. I have one of these, and I actually have two of the, like, I don't know what you, like, two little Dutch ovens that are, two little Dutch ovens that are similar to this size. But anyway, guys, this is the first giveaway. This is going to be the Lodge dual handle pan with the lid giveaway. So let's get going, guys. Let me grab my phone so that way we can do a number generator. All right. So from 1 to 200, guys, please, just so you guys know, I have to say all these things. This is not sponsored or endorsed by Lodge, nor is it sponsored or endorsed by YouTube. This is something that I do for the channel, for all the support that I've received over the years. As I said, this is a milestone for my channel. We're at 2,000 subscribers. So with that being said, guys, I do appreciate everybody who has subscribed to the channel. So in order for you to be entered in this giveaway, you have to be subscribed. Make sure you guys hit the like button. Once the live has uploaded, you can hit the like button. And also that's, oh, actually the other thing would be, the last thing would be USA only for the meantime, because right now I don't have the means to send these out anywhere else because they are pretty heavy, and it will be a lot more expensive for me to ship out of the States. So with that being said, anybody in the USA or anybody from USA will be eligible to win this. So let's get going. We're gonna go from 1 to 200. Don't spam it, just do it once. That way I can get through it a lot quicker. Just place your number. Don't worry about anybody else's number. Just write down your number on the live chat, and we'll get going, guys. So do that now, and then I will get my number generator, and I'll show you guys who the winner is. Like I said, guys, please don't spam the number, and make sure you guys stick with the number that you guys had originally written down or placed in the live chat. And once again, my sister is not allowed in this live giveaway because she can get any cast iron piece, anytime she wants. That's the thing though, she's not my wife. Also, you don't even like my cast iron cookware, so she wrote down a 0. Thank you, Victoria. Anyway, so yes, let's get going. And by let's see what time. So it's 6:57 right now. We'll give it about until 7 o'clock. Let's go until 7 o'clock, just so that way everybody has time to put in their number. Once again, 1 to 200, guys. Don't spam it. Just place it once in the live chat, and then we will get going from there. And then after this, I do have another giveaway that is not a new piece. It is going to be a vintage piece. So hopefully you guys will enjoy that. But I'm not going to tell you guys what it is yet until we get to that time. All right. Victoria, you're not, it's going to be 1 to 200. So technically, I'm not going to put you in there. My sister, really? Sylvia, you don't count. Anyway, let's keep going, guys. Got about a minute left until 7 o'clock. All right. Minimum 1, maximum 200. All right, guys. So just so you guys can see, we have the number generator here. And as I mentioned before, 1 to 200. I'm trying to get this thing to focus. And it's 6:59, so we got a little bit, a little bit to go. So bear with me. All right. I think we'll just hit the go button. So 1 to 200, as you guys can see, we're gonna hit it. So 7 o'clock. Oh, come on, what is this? All right, here we go. 110. 110. Who is the closest to 110? Let me look at the chat. John Mills, 111. Let's see, I still have to check, guys, so give me a minute. So far, John Mills, the closest to, he put down 111, which I think John Mills, Or is it Jackie Mills? I'm sorry, I might have not even seen that. Johnny Mills. Yep, Johnny Mills, you are the winner. Johnny Mills, please make sure that you are subscribed to the channel. I will be checking, and I will be getting in contact with you. You can actually, what you can do is go to the, and technically you would have to do this on the what is it called? The desktop version of YouTube. You can find my information there. You can find my email, and then you can send me a message, and that way I can get in contact with you so I can ship this out to you. So yes, congratulations to Johnny Mills. Yes. But if you can't find my information, then I will contact you. I will find a way to contact you, or leave a comment after this or any of my videos. Leave a comment, and then I can reach you if you cannot find my information to contact me, okay? All right, so congratulations once again to Johnny Mills. All right, guys, so let's go on to the second one. Once again, thank you guys for the 200,000 subscriber mark. I am very happy, and I did get a email on YouTube letting me know that I had reached that, and they sent me some cool stuff, cool information. So once again, happy for all of that. All right, bear with me, guys, while I grab the second piece. As I mentioned, it is a vintage piece. All right, guys. So, as a thank you, the second piece is going to be a very rare piece. I want to say, well, it was rare for a while until Lodge decided to bring back the fluted cake pan. So this is a Lodge. As you can see, it has 2 dots. It is it's a vintage fluted cake pan. And this one is one that I have 2 of these, guys, so I can't have too many of these. So I will be giving this one away. Got a little bit of crumbs in there for some reason. But anyway, I will clean this up and ship it to a lucky winner. So for those of you that are interested in this Lodge bunt pan, I guess you could call it, but bunt pan is technically trademarked by Nordic Ware. It is a fluted cake pan from Lodge. I don't know exactly the date that this is, but this is going to be the prize for today. I know a lot of people love this. I know a lot of people pay good money for these. I paid, I think my brother ended up finding this at a yard sale. So I didn't pay very much for this. So anyway, I have 2 of these. I have this one and I have another vintage one. So I figured that this would be a good giveaway for today. But if you guys do a little bit of research, you will see, because this actually doesn't have the Lodge, any kind of Lodge indication on it. but I have read that 2 dots and even a single dot is an indicator that it is a large. So with that said, my assumption is that it is a large fluted cake pan. So don't know exactly the date, but I will be giving this out today. So with that being said, guys, once again, all right, guys, so for those of you that are interested in the fluted cake pan, once again, 1 to 200, and also same thing, just don't spam it, just write down your number one time, 1 to 200. And once again, I have to go through the rules. So this is not sponsored or endorsed by Lodge. This is something that I do for my viewers, for my subscribers. Also, this is not sponsored or endorsed by YouTube. This is, once again, something that I do for the viewers. And as a thank you for the 200,000 subscriber, or not 200,000, 200, or I'm sorry, 2,000, oh my goodness, 2,000 subscriber mark. I wish I was at the 200,000 subscriber mark, but anyway, 2,000 subscriber mark. As a thank you guys, I appreciate all the support. So with that being said, USA only. At the time, it is expensive to ship these out, especially because they are heavy anywhere else. So, all right, guys, I'm gonna give you guys 3 minutes, 7:10. So until 7:10 p.m., we'll have this open for anybody that is subscribed to the channel. And once again, we're gonna do the random picker, and good luck to everybody. Did my wife put a number down again? No. No, I don't think she did. Nor did my sister. Nesha's River Catfishing says, looks nicely seasoned too. She's ready to be bunt. Yeah. It is. Actually, I haven't really seasoned this. I got it from somebody who restored it, or my brother ended up finding it from somebody who had restored it. And all I did was just bake in it. And the bake, after several times of baking in this, it just started to develop a darker patina. So yeah, actually the patina is actually very, very nice. It's probably one of my best ones, honestly. I do have the newer Lodge bunt pan that they released, what was it, like about 2 or 3 months ago. So, I mean, technically I would have 3 of these, so I don't need 3 of these. 2 is more than enough. But with that said, I figured that a lot of people like vintage items, and I have a good amount of vintage pieces, so why not give out the bunt pan? Once again, guys, 1 to 200. Whoever is the closest to that number will win the vintage bunt, or not bunt pan, but the fluted cake pan. Nesha's River Catfishing. Do you have any videos of cooking in your bunt pans? Yes, I do. Actually, I've made banana bread. I've made I think a vanilla cake. I've done pound cake, but nothing too fancy. Just simple recipes. There's a lot of things that you can do with it. I know that there's a recipe called, what is it? Monkey bread. I think that's what they call it. Which is pretty much pull apart bread with a bunch of cinnamon, and it's almost like a cinnamon roll, but pull apart bread. That looks awesome. Something that I want to try, but I haven't tried that yet. Possibly in the near future, I will do that recipe with the bunt pan, or the, I'm sorry, fluted cake pan. All right, guys, it is officially 7:10. All right, let's go with that again. So, fingers crossed for everyone. Let's see. All right. Once again, minimum 1, maximum 200. Done. All right, let's go, guys. Ready for this? We're gonna generate a number. 161. Who is the closest to 161? Adam, so far 170. You're 9 away from it. Adam, I want to say that you are the winner. Yeah, Adam, I think you are the closest. How do you pronounce your last name? Is it Creel? Creel? Adam Creel. Sorry if I am butchering your name. Congratulations to Adam, guys. He is the winner of the bunt pan. Once again, Adam, make sure that you go on the desktop version of YouTube. You can find my information. If you go to the About tab, you can find my email there. If you don't have access to the desktop version of YouTube, then just contact me through one of my videos. Usually I'll just find a message there. It'll notify me that I've been, somebody has sent me a message on one of my videos. Or on this one, once it uploads, if you want to leave me a message on the live for today. If you can't find my information, you can contact me there, and then I will get in contact with you. Once again, congratulations to Adam. All right, guys, so as I mentioned, I am very, very happy, very blessed that I have you guys part of this cast iron community. And honestly, the cast iron community, guys, is a very tight-knit just community. Everybody is very kind to each other, which I appreciate. None of us, are usually bickering. And if there is a little bit of bickering, it's usually about seasoning. There's always methods of how people like to season their cast iron. But typically, I don't think it ever gets out of hand. So, as I said, you guys make the community for cast iron cookware awesome. And I'm very thankful that I got into this. My wife, on the other hand, would like to kill me because I have way too much cast iron. So, on the upside, guys, you guys are helping me with this to kind of cut down on the collection that I have acquired. So, with that being said, thank you guys for everything. So far, I think we got, I think the banana bread won't be ready until 8 o'clock tonight. So, which for me is the Pacific Standard Time. For you guys in the East Coast would be what, 8, 9, 10, 11 o'clock. So that's cutting it, and that's a weekday. So I might just cut it short now and just post a video of the results. Now I will list off, if you guys want, or what I can do is just post the recipe. So you guys have the recipe if you guys want to recreate the recipe. Here we go. It is called the best banana bread ever. That's what she calls it. Also, the author is the Southern Lady Cooks. And these are the ingredients that I used today, guys. So for those of you that are interested, these are the ingredients and the instructions. Once again, if you guys want reference to this, it'll be posted on the channel once we end the live. It's gonna upload. It'll take about an hour or so to upload onto the live. Onto the YouTube channel. But here's the recipe that I used today, and this is my favorite recipe. This is the one I like to use. And as I mentioned, I've tried other ones from New York Times, from All Recipes, even recipes on YouTube. And honestly, this one has been the best one so far. So with that being said, guys, I think that is going to be it for tonight. I'll be posting a video for the skillet cookie. And actually, if you guys are, yeah, I'll post a video for the skillet cookie. But once again, let's go back to this real quick. The Lancaster. I love this thing. I'll be posting a video of this because it is getting close to the 2-year mark. So I'll be doing a 2-year review on this one as well of the Lancaster Skillet. This is the number 8. So who was it? Was it Honey Badger? Who was asking about the number 10? What I would like to know, whoever it was, I think it was Honey Badger. That was, or whoever it was, I'm sorry if I'm, confusing who had told me about the number 10 or was asking about the number 10. When you receive your skillet, I would like to know if you have on the underside, so on the underside of your number 10, I would like to know if you have initials, WS, because mine does have those initials, and I'm just curious to know if they are still making these skillets with the WS stamp underneath, which technically what they said was that WS was a limited, I guess you could say, like, stamp on the underside of the handle. And that's just to show that you were one of the first ones to buy the number 10 or to own the number 10 when it first came out. But I've heard that the new ones don't have that stamp anymore or that mark anymore. And I'm just curious to know if that's true. So let me know whenever you get your skillet in. I would like to know if that is still there. But with that being said, guys, I appreciate all the support. Michael Markey, he said it's not clear enough to read. Well, what I can do is actually read you the recipe real quick, guys. So for the banana bread, ingredients are going to be 2 cups all-purpose flour, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, 1 stick of butter or 8 tablespoons or half a cup. So those are the measurements, either a stick of butter or half a cup of melted butter. Make sure you melt it and then let it cool before you add it into your ingredients. But so 1 stick of butter, half a cup of white granulated sugar, which you can do just pure white granulated sugar. But what I did was I did a 1/4 cup of the white granulated sugar and a 1/4 cup of brown sugar, which I prefer. Also a 1/3 cup of sour cream, 2 eggs, 3 medium-sized bananas, and 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Now the instructions are: whisk together flour and baking soda in a large bowl and set aside. Combine melted butter, sugar, sour cream, eggs, bananas, and vanilla extract. That's going to be in a separate bowl. Stir together with a spoon, add to flour. Make sure you add, stir together with a spoon or whatever you have with a whisk. And then add the flour mixture and mix well with a spoon. Spray a 9x5 loaf pan with cooking spray and add butter to the pan. And then bake in preheated 350-degree oven bake in preheated 350-degree oven for 65 to 70 minutes, checking until it is done. So what I like to do with that as well is I actually have a, I guess you could say like a little baking stick, and then you place it in there and it has to come out clean. If it's still wet, it needs more time. But that's pretty much it, guys. So if you guys are interested, what I can do is actually once this uploads, I will place it in the description. All these instructions, I'll place it into the description. That way you guys can go back and read it in case you guys are interested or in case you guys want to do this recipe. Or you can find it online from the Southern Lady Cooks. But with that said, guys, thank you to everybody who showed up today. I appreciate everybody's time. I hope that everybody has a lovely weekend, a lovely night. Stay safe, stay warm, and I will see you guys next week. Good night, guys.